What if your journal wasn't just a reflection into your past, but a portal into your future? This daily ritual helps me align my body, mind, spirit, money, and purpose, all on one page. If you are ready to improve your journal game, this is for you. Hello, welcome into my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby, and I'm doing a 30-day challenge that I'm calling the Holy Shift, where I'm shifting my entire freaking life. Today is day 11, and I want to give you a little bit of an insight into my journaling practice. Now, this is different from my scripture life that I'm doing in this challenge. This has been a daily ritual that I've had for about 2 years, and part of it since 2019. So let's get into it. The first thing that I put on this journal page, besides the date, is affirmations. The reason for this is because it helps you ground in the frequency that you want to sit in for the day. It sets the tone. So right now I am using, I am abundant, I am luxury, and I am living the life of my dreams. You can use whatever ones you want. You can use 1, 10, doesn't matter. The next thing that I write is what I've been using since 2019. Putting all of my food into a log. So I will put down breakfast, lunch, dinner, and liquids. This is not calorie counting. Please do not get confused. We do not calorie count in 2025. We eat and we nourish and we love ourselves. So I learned this from a naturopathic doctor because we spend so much time disconnected from our bodies. We are unconsciously living a lot and unconsciously eating a lot. With this disconnection from our food and our bodies and all of that stuff, we could be eating things that don't sit right in us and are affecting us and our mood that we are not even aware of. So this is going to help you understand and tune more into your body. I used to count calories. I used to be really strict with my food. I eliminated a lot of stuff. And I hear a lot of people say the best thing you can do is eat intuitively. But back then, I never would have been able to do that because of the disconnection from my body. So as I've built a relationship with my body, it's so much easier for me to eat intuitively. So this is to help with that. And I want you to know that I do still treat myself. I do still have processed things, not often, but I do. I'm human, I'm not perfect. But I know that when I eat them and I overindulge in them, that the next day I'm probably not going to feel my best. Foods like that do lower your frequency in comparison to eating a bowl of fruit. Having that awareness is really key, and also knowing that your gut produces about 90% of your body's serotonin. Food impacts mood, and what I always say is good food equals good mood. So this tracking is really going to help you connect into your body and weed out the things that don't make you feel your best. The next thing that I put on this list are body, mind, and spirit. For the purpose of this challenge, the 30 days that I'm doing it, they are all the same. Body, move for 30 minutes. Doesn't matter what it looks like, move your dang body. Mind, Abraham Hicks, either listening to a morning rampage or reading Ask and It Is Given by Abraham Hicks. Spirit, I am doing scripture life. This section is something that I pre-plan the night before, because I want to come at it like this is my goal for tomorrow. And when I put my pen to paper and I write it down, this is a checklist. I make a little box and I check it off. This is what helps you, number 1, stay on task, and number 2, build trust with yourself. When I write it down and I check that little box, I'm showing myself that I am living out of integrity. I do what I say I'm gonna do, whether I feel like it or not. That structure, that masculine structure, is what helps me physically walk into the person that I want to be. The feminine is the one that creates this beautiful dream. I want to have a better body, so I'm going to move my body. I want to have a better mindset, so I'm going to listen to Abraham Hicks. I want to tap into my energy and build the life of my dreams, so I'm going to script my life. And that's this part of the journal. The next part is cycle, skin, and stomach. You don't have to put these ones, you don't have to put any of this if you don't want to, but ladies, it's really important for you to track your cycle. I never used to do this, and I was a little bit of a mess. And I'm not just talking about tracking when you get your period, I'm talking about all the phases of the menstrual cycle. Right now, I'm in ovulation. Love it. And knowing what ovulation phase is, what your hormones are like in that phase, what your energy levels are like in that phase, it's going to explain a lot of your life. Little pieces of that puzzle that make up you are going to start to make sense when you track your cycle. The next part is skin. Now, my skin has been a problem area for my entire life, and this is not a place where I beat myself up. This is not a place where I focus, zoom in, hone in on a problem that I am experiencing. This is to reframe the mind and the language around my skin. In this section, I write down that my skin is luminous and radiant, no matter what it looks like, because that's the skin that I want to have. So the more that I can program it into my mind that that is my skin, the more that I'm going to step into that reality. When I am experiencing some breakouts, I don't write down my skin is terrible, I have breakouts everywhere, I don't know what's going on, did I eat something bad? I don't focus on that. I write down I have a few sparkles on my chin. That language still keeps it light. It's not as heavy as I have acne everywhere. So learning to reframe that language has really helped me. The next problem area of my entire life is my stomach. So I write down how my tummy feels that day. And that's gonna come into play with the food log that we have from before. The next thing that I write down on this list is for work. Now, whatever you do for work, this is your to-do list for that. This has really helped me stay on track. And this is also a section that is a checklist and also one that is pre-planned the night before, because what I put on this paper, like I said, has to get done. That is the structure of the masculine. Now, what I put onto the paper is the flow. I'm allowed to choose. I'm allowed to pick what I want to do for the day. The next thing on this list is my house. What do I need to clean? And this is because when you clean up the energy in your space, you clean up the energy in your life. And because I am pre-planning, if I have a very work-focused heavy day, my cleaning list is smaller. If I have an easy breezy work day, my cleaning list is larger. And so that's that flow. You get to pick what you want. This is your life. You choose. The next thing that I write down is my feelings. Pretty straightforward, but just an honest reflection of how I'm feeling for the day. And this will also help you where you are in your cycle, the foods that you've eaten, what your tummy feels like, if you're eliminating or not, or too much or whatever. How are you feeling in your body? And over time, if you're experiencing a pattern like every 2 days you have a migraine, that is your body saying hello. And you need to look into that. The next part is something that's extremely new to me, but I am loving it, is the evidence of money showing up for me. Now, this is not necessarily just physical money in my hand. This is any kind of abundance. So I write down everything. It's like gratitude on steroids. I write down things like I got a bunch of ideas for YouTube. I got 1 new subscriber. I found a dime on the ground. Anything that is money related, abundance related, gratitude related, time freedom related, that's where I put it. And when you can see evidence in everything, you close the separation between lack and abundance, because abundance is everywhere. And so you picking it out, writing it down, seeing it every single day is gonna help you understand that you are never without abundance. The next thing that I write down is sleep. Now, that's really self-explanatory, but you're going to write down the hours that you slept as well as the quality. Did you wake up? Did you have to go pee? Did you wake up to drink water? Did you have a nightmare? Anything like that you're going to write down, because you're going to see over time that there are patterns. As humans, we really love routine, so I try to keep my schedule as consistent as possible, where I'm going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time. However, there are times where I need more sleep, and there are times where I need less sleep, and that's totally okay. I know the rhythm of my body, I'm learning the rhythm of my body, and I'm trusting the rhythm of my body. So this is really going to help you just get in a better flow of your life and understand yourself even more. These are all my journaling things things that I use. Feel free to use them all, feel free to use none, feel free to create your own, making sure that there is parts in there that are structured and parts that you're allowed to have flow and options and choose. Create your dang life. Consistency creates self-trust, and that's what rewires your reality and ultimately what shifts your entire freaking life.